loading into.
Loading in for the third time.
And if it crashes again, I'll see you at the next airfield.
Guys, mine's frozen up. Oh no.
Let's put me in a West server.
Press the rest up also.
Okay guys, welcome. Just getting the stream up and running. We're now up and away, which is great. Welcome to France, because we're in Guadeloupe, and that is a French territory. We're at Marie-Galante, and we're going to be heading to Désirade, or Désirade, not quite sure how the pronunciation is. Some useless facts for you. Anybody in the UK will probably be aware of the TV series Death in Paradise, and that is filmed here in this location. That's not why I chose it, by the way, but just coincidentally. And where we are right now, this is the second island discovered by Christopher Columbus on his second trip to America. And we're going to fly over an airport, and then we're going to do a touch and go at Désirade, runway 09, and that was the first island that Christopher Columbus came to. So, and judging by my piloting skills, I might be doing a little bit of
I can't talk, mate. I'm on Discord, alright?
Are we on the Western server, or Western Europe server?
Northern Europe.
Northern Europe, thank you.
Okay, guys, so the first leg, it's 33, just over 33 nautical miles. We're going to overfly St. Francois, Tango Foxtrot Charlie, and then we're going to do a touch and go at Tango Foxtrot Alpha. And the initial heading is 16 degrees, and the landing or touch and go at Désirade is runway 09. So, Hudson, as you are our guest here, do you want to lead us all out, please?
Why not? Okay, not a problem. Okay, so should I just go straight off then? Straight up?
Yep, straight out.
Okay. So throttling up, releasing the parking brake, and off we go.
Sorry, I spawned in front.
Not a problem. I'm coming through you.
Come through me. There you go.
Okay, coming through, throwing women and children behind me.
Doberman, move your butt.
Going. Ah. What height are we flying at, around 2,000?
I'm going to 1,500 personally.
Yeah, I'm going to 1,500 as well. We're up.
Radio check, radio check. Can you hear me?
Roger, got ya.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that water. Lovely.
It's full of sharks and jellyfish, you won't like it.
I loved it.
Yeah, I'm just jealous, that's all.
So is anybody else using live weather?
Yes. I've got live weather, live stream.
Yeah, me too.
Looks good to me. How is it, Addison? What's the weather like?
It's okay, it's clear, but yesterday when I tried it, like, there's a few thunderstorms on the second leg, so just be aware. But it's pretty calm, really.
What time of day is it?
I've got it on live. I'm not sure. Just check. Where do I find that in the caravan? I'm not used to it.
If you go up to the toolbar and just check your weather,
Oh,
it
right.
should tell you the time, I think.
I've
Okay.
just gone past 12.
4:15. 16:15.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'm flying just about on real time, not weather, but time, which is great, which means hopefully it'll be a bit dusk when we land.
I'm on live. It's showing 17, 8 minutes past 17. What's that? 8 minutes, 10 past 5, isn't it? Local time?
Local time is
Oh,
12:07.
UTC. 21:16 UTC. 16:16 local time. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, I haven't done a head count, but there's about 40 of us, I think, at the
Wow.
moment.
Oh, good.
I'm
Running quite smooth for me too.
I'm a little bit in the lead, and there's just a whole lot of name tags following me.
Bit late to the party, but just taking off.
Well, you're not far behind.
Also taking off. Is that you, Paul?
Yeah, hi Mark, how you doing?
What's the matter, thanks.
Thanks, Mark, for your feedback with the Spinnaker Tower issue at Portsmouth.
Yeah, it's quite irritating, isn't it?
It's horrendous for me. I can see it. It's yeah, it's not right. It's not right.
What's happening with that then?
Well, you get within half a mile of it, and the main structure just turns black. The texture just completely goes. It's really weird. When in actual fact, it was sponsored by Emirates, but that sponsor's actually now left. So it is completely white, but it turns black. It's just really what an eyesore.
Shame.
Well, hopefully they get it fixed on the next update. Fingers crossed.
I never realised this caravan had such good visibility in it for flying VR. If you're sitting in the right position, it is.
I'm flying with the old school fashion, the head tracker and 3 screens.
Sounds good.
It's quite nice.
Track IR, I've thought about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I hadn't used it for ages, but it works lovely.
Once you got to take the turn to VR, mate. There's no going back.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it another go, but it does sound a bit costly. I'll watch what happens and see what one seems to be the best and what people prefer, and then maybe I'll send a letter to Santa.
You never get afford the sick bags.
Yeah.
I've got the Quest 2 headset, so that's good for me.
Right.
They'll probably call that Pullman's headset. I've got one too, but it really is working 100%, 110% better than the first.
How's the resolution on those? Acceptable?
Yeah, acceptable. I mean, the good feature about it's they've introduced the Air Link, so you're completely tetherless. It's
Well,
quite
that's
nice.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Sorry.
No noticeable lag between that and the inputs now.
No, well, if you sit yourself near your router, generally it's okay. Make sure it's on 5 gigahertz, and yeah, no, I actually think it runs a little bit better wirelessly.
Does it get hot on your face? I mean, I had one of those Gear VR sets, and I was forever breaking out in sweat, and screen steaming up.
No, not really. No, I'm generally okay. I'm a bit of a tight arse, so I don't have the heater in my flat. So it's,
That's one way. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a HP Reverb G1. and I find I can do about 2.5 hours, and then I just need to take a little bit of a break because the headset starts getting hot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've actually noticed the Quest 2's got a fan inside, so I put my ear up to the faceplate and you can actually hear it buzzing. So there is does actually have a built-in internal fan, which is quite weird.
I know a couple of people who fly VR and they actually have a physical fan on their desk and it's blowing air at them.
Simulating an open window.
That's me.
Yeah.
Guys, just for those of you that didn't see any of the details in the Discord, the planned cruising speed for this flight want to be around 155 to 165 thereabouts. I'm going to be at about 160.
About 164. I'll slow down a bit.
I'm just screaming my engine trying to catch up with you. So just watch out for the smoke.
I got crummy bread just behind me.
That's me.
I just realized I hadn't plugged in my microphone yet, but there are 37 of these.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
Lovely.
One of the most amazing things about this is that people are from all over the world as well, which is really fascinating.
Interesting to meet other people, for sure.
Yeah, what we normally do on our fly-ins, we'll give a shout out just now. We've got a couple of long legs ahead of us, and we'll give a shout out and just see where everybody's from a bit later on. What I must say, I'm just doing the stream. This camera, the drone camera, they changed it with Sim Update 5, and when it displays, it doesn't display. You can be at a 45-degree angle. It's really frustrating.
You're in the Caravan, aren't you, Mark?
I am, yeah.
I can't seem to get about 145 and 150 knots out of mine.
Just make sure your flaps are not engaged. I think it's default flaps 1 Caravan. I think just engage your flaps and take them back up again. That's what I did.
Roger.
Mark, do you use a controller, like an Xbox controller, when you go to your drone mode?
Yes, I do. I use an Xbox controller for camera views, but only for the drone mode.
Yeah, I tried that today. It works very well.
It's incredible. But unfortunately, they changed the settings slightly. It's not working as well as it used to.
Okay, I've got it on my map, but just an update, please, on our direction.
Are you following us?
I am now. You're all off screen, and I had no.
Okay. Initial heading is 16. 16. And we're going to overfly St. Francis, but you may be better off going directly to Desirade, Tango Foxtrot Alpha, and I'm going to guess you want to fly at about 100 degrees.
No, that's okay, Mark. I am caught up with the pack. It was just the name tags disappeared, and I was just checking I was on the right instrument line.
Throttling back, I'm about 5 nautical miles from Desirade, personally.
Yep, I'm not far behind you. I'm 7. It's a touch and go, guys. Not a landing. It's a touch and go runway 09. I'm gunning it for it because I'm going to land and then go to drone mode and watch you all do magnificent touch and goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think I'll just fly over, thank you.
What was that address again to get the videos taken down?
So we're going to this little island here, guys, in Desirade, and It is 11 kilometers long and 2 kilometers wide, and it's just part of the Gajulupi, the whole group.
Yeah, you're right, Edison. I reset and pulled flaps up. Now I'm doing 170 knots.
Oh, brilliant. Yep, great.
I was watching the YouTube video on the next sim update, and they're talking about introducing wake vortex to the sim. That's going to be interesting, especially in multiplayer.
It is, and it's coming to multiplayer, and it's initially it's only going to be for the smaller aircraft.
Yeah, that's right, Mark.
And
yeah.
then in beginning of next year, it'll be for the airliners.
So Fogo War in your 787 you're in there, whatever. That's going to cause us a lot of problems.
Oh, always try.
I'm now cutting the power.
That's a good point, actually. Will it be the plane that the person is actually flying, or the plane that people see when they look?
Wow. Who knows?
500.
This is not the correct approach, guys, on the stream.
Oh, smart.
Thank you for joining me. But I'm just trying to get down quickly.
How are we on this runway? Is this a straight in or is this alongside?
It's straight in.
Touch and go.
Thank you.
Hudson, I think you're down and gone.
Yep, just beware there's mountains on the other side, or hills on the other side.
Yeah.
I think you were so quick because you didn't want me to film it.
Too right.
This is beautiful.
What's quite amazing about this little out-of-the-way airport is its default scenery, but it's regionalized, and it's really actually very, very good indeed.
Just flew past you, Mark.
Missed ya.
Oh, just the gentlest of kisses. Lovely.
What about your flying?
Caravan.
Wombleway, Doberman, Crummy Bread, nice one. The rest of you too slow, you're going to be on camera.
That was luck.
Oh no.
You know, I did this on another fly-in a couple of fly-ins ago, and I was sat there just filming people touch and go before I realized the guys were putting me on, and they were just going in circles and just keep touching down, and I thought, my God, there must be 100 people. Palmer Hyde coming in, very nice, and Captain Longshot. That's a nice one. Yolak, how you doing?
All good, thanks, all good.
Baker Fly, nice touchdown. Crackerjack, how you doing, my friend?
When I say it, it's crackerjack time.
Sweet Simulator, Gunfire, Stephinder, how you doing? Dutch Airways. Al, did you? Yeah, oh, very nice.
Nice little wind farm up here on the top.
Boston Elf, yep, he's in the P38.
Just coming around for number 2.
Welcome
Gonna
to
be
the
a bit
sim.
late.
Oh dear.
Welcome, Baker Fly. Curious B, thanks for joining us. Zachary Fillon, welcome.
Oh, we lost someone.
Yeah, that's me going to the ring.
Boston Elf, nice one. Curious B 258. Oops, you're in trouble, mate. Sim Nepal, you've come to a stop. Captain Quasar. Sinjistan, welcome. Here comes the 787.
got to see this.
Nice one, Joe.
A bit hairy, this one. Here we go. Bounce and go.
Wow, now that's a climb. Tip Bird, how you doing? Nice.
Mark, good. Low bouncy, as usual.
There you go, Pops.
Pretty unusual for you, Tip Bird.
Thank you, sir.
Dave H, nice touchdown. Right, I'm going to get out of here.
Some advice on variable pitch, guys. I'm not used to it. How do you set it, Mark? Hedison, what would you say?
Mark.
What, for takeoff or for flying?
For flying generally.
If you have a look at the second gauge, the second G1000 display, you'll see there's a prop RPM and a green there. There's a green and a yellow section. You pull back on your prop until you're into the green. You want to be about 3/4 of the way along. Not sure if that answered your question.
Yeah, the second dial down.
Generally speaking, for takeoff, you'll have both levers fully forward, so you've got max RPM and max throttle. But shortly after takeoff, you decrease them, and it's the old mnemonic blew up, black off. When you go up, I'm going into a bit too much detail probably, but when you're cruising, you want the RPM about 3/4, probably about 2,400.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd be around anything between 2,250 and 2,400.
And in most aeroplanes, you'll fly what they call square, which is the same setting on the manifold pressure as on the prop RPM.
Yeah, thanks for that, guys.
Flaps
So
1
usually it'll be
degree down.
24,
Let me get
24
out of
in
here
most light aircraft.
because I'm now behind everybody. Airspeed's alive. Running out of runway. Come on, let's get some speed.
Is anybody else getting lines, like black lines on the sea? Can you see that? Look outside in your external view.
I got that yesterday
black
as well.
lines.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
It's a scenery glitch. It's where they've joined the tiles.
Ah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I was seeing it kind of refresh tiles as I was flying over.
That's a little aggressive on the trim up there.
Sorry guys, just had to have to go to the WC. Right. Where are we?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, it was actually coming in for another 2. I thought that was the second landing.
TMI.
Right, let's just see where you are. Okay. Oh, yeah. Just I've lost the hive there. Better join the hive.
What are we doing at the next point, Mark?
Okay, the next point is a landing, runway 25. It's 65 nautical miles, so it's a bit of a run. Should take us something around 20 minutes or so. And the heading that you're looking for is about 336.
Are you flying manually, Mark, or with autopilot?
I'm doing both, a fair amount of autopilot so I can get different views for the stream.
Yeah, I'm doing autopilot as well. It's quite a long leg, this one.
So we're now off to Antigua.
Been there.
Which is, I believe, a fantastic place.
Yeah.
sun most of the year, making me envious.
Says the man with the South African accent.
that lives in England.
Yeah. Okay.
Mark, what's the approach like on Antigua to the airport?
Sorry, you're very low.
Sorry, what's the approach like to Antigua for the airport?
Did you say what's the approach like?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're landing runway 25. I can't remember if it'll be left-hand traffic, but I'm not sure if it's more or less. I think it's straight in actually on this 2536. The airport's going to appear on your left, so you'll almost fly straight into base, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was just wondering how mountainous it was on our approach and how narrow it is.
Okay, it's a hard surface, and it's a very long runway, so
It's quite a substantial runway. I landed there in a 777, so you know.
Oh, I should be fine then.
Yeah. That was on holiday, by the way. I wasn't a pilot.
I have a gripe with VR, Mark. I don't know what you think, but when you're using the cursor in the cockpit, it's really annoying because I'm very short-sighted in my left eye. My left eye is obviously the one that the cursor uses to target the buttons.
yeah.
I just wondered if they might sort that problem out for people.
I think that's being addressed in the next update, I believe.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah,
Well,
it's been a right issue, that one.
They are. Well, the problem that I'm aware that they're specifically addressing is that your we want. Sorry, guys, I'm just distracted here by somebody spamming the stream. When you move your mouse, it doesn't. The cursor, it doesn't always go over the menus properly. It gets stuck ahead of the menu or in front of the menu, and they're addressing that for sure.
Yeah, because at the moment, wherever I'm putting the mouse, the actual position is like 2 centimeters to the left. It's very awkward.
Oh wow, I haven't had that.
Well, you know, when if you use your left eye, then obviously it lands spot on the switch. But if you're looking through your right eye, because it's the stronger eye of the two, you're about 2 centimeters.
Ah, yes, I've had. Yes, I've. Yeah, I think that's I think that's a general thing though, because when I have to click something in the cockpit, I do naturally do that. I shut one eye, so it's. I think it's just a VR thing. You know?
Yeah, you have to shut your right eye and you have to look with your left eye, and then the pointer's in the right place.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
you're not going to fix it then. Damn.
No, there's a problem with the cursors like being left behind when you change views. That they just sort of stay there. You have to click your middle mouse button to get it to disappear.
Ifran, I'm not aware that Microsoft Flight Simulator will go on sale at any time on Steam at this point of view. I don't think it's going to happen at the moment. So.
Toolbar.
Oh well.
The problem.
Guys, just a quick question. So I predominantly play VR, so it doesn't really matter. But when I'm playing on the flat, I always use my Xbox controller, just because that's the way it is. But when I use the right analog stick, if I push the right analog stick left, my head goes right, and if I push it left, it goes right, or left to right. Do you know what I mean?
Do you mean it drifts?
No, so if I push like the fake head, you know, your view, so you would imagine you want to push your analog stick to the right, so you can look over the right of the aircraft.
Just
You push it left.
change.
Yeah, so is that
It's in the
something?
settings. Easy.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that changed after one of the updates, and I've not resolved it since.
Yeah, just reverse the axis if it's on an axis.
Click on the right profile of the controller, and then just the x-axis, just to reverse them.
Okay.
2 second job, you do it while you landed.
Wow, I can't even see the island. We've got quite a
Hi
way to go
Antonio,
yet.
how you doing?
Well,
Should I throttle back, by the way, because I seem to be way ahead of everybody. I'm 30 nautical miles out from the TAPA.
Wow.
So should I throttle back?
Yeah, definitely. What am I? I'm just having a look. I'm about 48.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will. I'll go down to about 140.
I'm doing 160 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm on 160, but I'm only 28 miles out.
Catching up. I finally got this thing.
Ephraim, for it to go on sale on Steam, it would have to go on sale on the Microsoft Store, and that's highly unlikely. They might do it in a year or two, but not shortly.
Hold and heading hold, really. I'm not familiar with the Caravan, so...
It's on the middle panel there.
Yeah.
Have you got your autopilot altitude set?
No, nothing at all. I'm just flying manually, so...
Just go to that sort of middle panel above the middle screen, so top of the middle screen there.
Yeah.
And you should have an alt wheel there. You can do your autopilot altitude with that, and then you'll have obviously autopilot and nav to follow the course.
Right.
And it should.
Autopilot. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No, well, it's just because it's a long hop. That's all.
Yeah, if you hit AP and turn your autopilot on and then hit Alt, it should just hold you at whatever current altitude you're at, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Mark. What was that? Sorry, Alt P.
To activate autopilot, press the AP button.
Where is that? In the middle?
That's in the middle there. Next to YD, which is your yaw dampener. So if you look at your middle screen, yeah?
Yeah.
Above that is a small panel.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's that small panel that we're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You'll see AP. Press that. Then press Alt.
Okay, yeah. And then Alt, yeah, okay.
And then move your heading indicator to match your heading, and then press heading, and it will hold you there.
Right, okay, so let's swing it to... what are we heading at? 350?
Roughly 337 I've got on mine, and that's on nav, autopilot nav.
337, and then
yeah, I'm more or less the same. 335 I am at the moment.
Or just follow the strobes.
Yeah, okay guys, thanks for that. Sorted.
Mark, you're after the Velocity one as well, aren't you? You're trying to get hold of that quickly when it releases, I believe, from one of your videos. You mentioned it?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But I haven't had any confirmation or response from Turtle Beach at all, despite numerous attempts so far.
Me either. I've reached out to them. Yeah, I guess they're just not. You know, we're too small for them to bother with. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I really want it to be good, but I really fear it won't be.
Really? What makes you say that?
If you're familiar with the SATEC throttle quadrant.
Yes.
I mean, it's not great, is it?
Not the best. It's one I'm using. What can I say?
Then it's no good.
Oh dear, I'm almost right there.
Open mouth. Open mouth.
It's
Insert
brilliant.
foot.
So
it's not the best, I believe. It's just one
and I think that it's going to be that sort of quality.
Okay. Well,
I
that
hope
makes
not.
sense.
I really hope not. But it is an ex-SATEC engineer designing the product.
Okay.
So the man who designed a lot of the SATEC, the throttle quadrant, the yoke, etc., is that gentleman Andrew, and he's the same man who's done this for Turtle Beach.
Okay.
Did you mark down the exact time you said that, Mark? The exact time you crushed my dreams?
I really hope it is good. I hope I'm wrong. I really do, because I like the look of it, and it is so perfect for people flying on the Xbox.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I think that's the biggest market, isn't it? The Xbox owners, and there's a lot of them at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
I think there's a lot of and will be on both.
Okay,
yeah,
guys, we're on quite a long leg, so if we could just have, as we normally do on my fly-ins, a shout out where you're from. I really appreciate that. I'm from the UK, from the Cambridge area.
UK down in Sussex. Computer's just crashed, so I'm just back on again.
Yeah, UK down in Sussex, West Sussex as well. So.
Yeah.
Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands in the Caribbean.
Really?
Tuesday, UK, Hertfordshire.
The UK Dorset.
Smudge from UK in the Yorkshire Dales, where it's not quite snowing yet.
Northeast Georgia, US.
UK, East Yorkshire.
Again, UK, East Sussex.
UK, West Evans.
UK.
Sorry.
UK Kent.
Yeah, Maverick, UK, Northeast.
Hello, Carla. I
Yeah,
come from
Warrington.
Germany.
RJB, I'm jealous.
Rolling Stone.
Just back from the Caribbean today. That's fantastic.
I just had this CTD, but I'm back.
And Cripsy77 from sunny Hampshire, Portsmouth.
René Feyen, Drenthe, the Netherlands.
Roy Melman, the Netherlands.
Al Watt, Aberdeen, Scotland.
Riker, Luxembourg.
Stefender here, Vancouver, BC, Canada.
Dutch
Flag of
Airways,
War,
Nijmegen,
Fairbanks, Alaska.
Netherlands.
Sorry, did somebody say Alaska?
Yeah, this is Fog of War in Fairbanks, Alaska.
What?
Oh, you live next door to Al then.
Awesome. He wins.
Can you see Russia from your house?
If I get in the flight sim.
There you go.
Ooh, lightning in real world weather there, chaps. Beware.
We've got some guys that are not on voice but are flying with us. We've got Baker Fly from Saratoga in Florida. We've got Boston Elf from Norway. He did give me the town, but I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it because I'll embarrass myself. William FS from Amsterdam. Another one from Cambridge. BG2 is Bristol, UK. Buzz MC 007, the Netherlands. Well, it's great to have. It's just amazing, isn't it?
This is
Best prize
Skytrax
from Vancouver.
This is
You're building a
Skytrax
good
out of
community.
Seattle.
Flyboy from Cleveland, Ohio.
Up
Says-
Midland, Texas.
Says Liam, I'm originally out of London in California.
That sounded like a bit of a London accent.
Sounded like Liam Neeson, actually.
Where's that North Georgia accent from?
So, Mark, just getting into a bit of flight sim news. I'm a big fan of one of your fellow YouTubers, VR Flight Sim guy. and I was just watching his preview earlier of the T1 Hawk Red Arrows. Can't wait to get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a go at that. Yeah, VR Flight Sim guy, Steve, he's a great guy.
Yeah,
and,
Steve.
His channel's highly recommended.
Yeah, I watch his videos all the time.
The other day there was a very brief video which was, he was a bit hyper excited. He said something fantastic's going to happen. He didn't
Yeah,
say what it was.
we're waiting for that.
You know, and I thought that was a bit strange actually, to be honest.
I'm sorry, when is that guy not hyper excited?
I was going to say that.
Well guys, I can take a guess at what he's excited about. I don't know if you're aware, but Varjo...
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Varjo are doing an announcement on Thursday the 21st of this month. And we don't know what it's about, but there's a lot of speculation that Varjo will be announcing the first consumer headset.
Without a subscription?
Without a subscription, a straight buy. This is speculation, by the way, guys. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. I am speculating. But for those of you that don't know Varjo, their products are exceptional, and if they do bring something and it's reasonably priced, expect over £1,000, obviously.
Wow.
It could change the whole dynamics of VR.
Is this what I heard, Mark? It's something about it almost has one-to-one visual life-like visuals.
I don't know, but the VR3 does.
Wow. Wow.
So how would that be better than the G2?
The G2's got, I don't know, 2160 res.
Right. Yes.
This potentially could. I know the VR3 is double that.
Jesus.
But will graphics cards be able to manage that?
And will you have to sell your graphics card to get one?
Well, they
sell yourself.
That may be the case, but people are running the VR3, which is the one you have to have on. It's aimed at enterprise. They're running that on even 2080 Ti's and above.
You'll need to wait for a 50 series card.
I waited long enough for this one.
Meanwhile, are we full stop at VC Bird?
Yes, we are, sir.
Okay, thank you.
This is Antigua we're coming up to, yeah?
It is.
Oh, fantastic.
I just touched down.
Wow.
Wow.
Gee. And ignore me heading towards you, I've just had to restart, so I started at Antigua and cheated.
You threw all the seats out, didn't you?
I wondered how you got there so fast.
Addison, where are you, my mate?
To the right of the runway. Just gonna come onto my final approach now.
Okay, I'm still 15 nautical miles out. Parasim, no, I'm afraid no. Bury St Edmunds was mentioned. Did I miss you? Toragó, Switzerland, welcome. New Jersey, fantastic. And another Florida.
Cross off country when you land at an airport in its capital city. So the idea is that you build up a series of connecting flights around the world. I'm finding that it's a good way of flying to places that you wouldn't normally fly to. So I've just done a load of the Baltic states, but I thought I'd mention it here in case it appeals to anyone.
Can I just say, as general flight sim goes, I mean, what do you guys generally do? I always generally find myself flying out of where I live.
Me too, yeah.
You know, you very rarely go out of where you live, you know? I mean, we do all explore, but is that the general rule of thumb?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
certainly
well-
have your favourites. Yeah, sure.
It all depends. All depends how I feel on the day, really. Sometimes I'll just kind of potter about within an hour's flight time from the local airport. But I'm also doing a round the world trip as well, just to give me that push to sort of venture further out and land places that I wouldn't otherwise go to.
Yeah, yeah. Funnily enough, the one thing that does push me out of the area where I live is, funny enough, when I'm watching television shows, and I'm like, oh, I wonder where that is, you know, and I end up going there to fly over it, you know.
I think
for
I
me, it
might.
depends on the mood I'm in.
Yeah, yeah.
I did that with Miami, and it was very, very boring.
I think I might be an exception to the rule. I very rarely fly from where I live. I bounce all over the world.
Some people think I've moved to Alaska.
Yeah, you have.
Thing is, though, Mark,
I
it's
agree,
only relevant. It's only relevant to where you actually live, though, because you can relate to it, because you know it, you know the place, you know. Otherwise, it's just seeing it through a lens, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're right, because the one place I fly a lot is in Africa, in the Okavanga.
So they're places you probably grew up as a kid, yeah?
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, interesting.
Tees Valley Airport for me.
How glamorous.
I'm the same as you, Mark. I tend to like to fly away from home. I particularly like Nepal, just for the challenge of the very difficult airports to land at.
Yeah, me too.
I think that might be dependent on how long you've been on the sim. I think I've only been on it. Well, I started on the Xbox when they released, but I've since bought a PC and I'm starting to venture. But I do tend to go back home quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real shame because this game is just like amazing. It's so beautiful. We've got the whole world at our fingertips, yet we just don't really know what to do with it.
And we always default to Gatwick or...
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I like flying around my home airports when I'm trying out a plane I haven't flown before. That way I don't know where the airports are.
Yeah.
Get used to it, stuff like that. I've flown around. I'm from Southern California, so I do a lot of flying around that area with a new plane because I just know the area and I know where the airports are. And but once I get to know a plane, I like to explore.
Does anybody else sit at a large airport for half an hour with a cup of tea and just sit and watch?
Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
I think the group flights really help us get to places that we don't actually are comfortable with. Just
Absolutely.
like
that was the whole point of joining this. Yeah.
Yeah, just like what we're doing right now. I mean, I would never think of coming to the Caribbean unless tonight. So I think normally, yeah, I would definitely fly just around my hometown or places that I'm familiar with. But because it's a group flight, I think it's a different feeling and it's a different way to explore new places.
Here.
So
Absolutely
I think that's
right.
the idea that this guy was putting forward. I gave it a go. Started off from near Liverpool and then came down to Heathrow, over to Dublin, back to Heathrow, down to Brussels, Schiphol, Copenhagen, up to Oslo, then down through Tallinn. Sorry, I went across to Helsinki, then Tallinn, Riga, Vilnius.
In the dinghy aircraft?
Yeah, mostly a Bonanza, but also the Caravan. It's got enough legs for the trip.
Wow.
But yeah.
Nice landing, Dave.
Right.
Okay, are we landing airfield right? Airfield left, sorry.
Anyone got live weather on and witnessing the
Yeah,
thunderstorm?
it's thundering, isn't it?
So it's thundering now.
We're landing at VC Bird International.
That's it, yep.
Okay.
I can see you coming in, Mark.
Yeah, I'm on the grass watching you all land.
I'm dropping
Funny, I
like
only
a
see
stone.
so many at a time.
On finals.
I want to make this one butter. Oh well, that's a fail.
Yeah, we can't believe it's not
You
butter.
jinxed yourself.
Are you guys using the flight simulator also for planning your holidays? Because I do.
Really? Oh yeah.
I never thought of that actually.
Gonna go around in the flight sim.
Being a few places I want to go.
I did it the other way around. That's why I fly out west and not to it.
Well, we're planning a holiday in next May to Florida. So I'm already flying across Florida to see what's over there and things to see, but so we can drive to that.
I've flown over places like in Florida. I flew over
irritating.
Orlando, looking at all the big theme parks there, see how well they were drawn. That was fun.
The photogrammetry is very wobbly.
Sketchy. Sketchy.
Yeah,
Sketchy.
it's very weird. It's very drug induced.
Sudi, you're right.
Especially
Something
London.
like this, it does make you want to travel.
Well, I ended up buying the Orbex London package to kind of make it a little bit better. It's okay. It's doable now, I think.
That's nice.
Well, they're planning to revisit the London photogrammetry apparently in an upcoming patch. I don't know when, but they are looking to redo it, which is good.
Right, just going to shut the engine down, guys.
You just noticed the moon's out here as well across this runway. Wouldn't it be great to fly there?
Yeah. Enough trouble finding the runway, don't we?
Microsoft Space Simulator.
I just noticed someone's
trouble
driving a
getting
van
off.
up the runway.
Oh god, everybody's going to hit the runway at the same exact time.
The operative word was hit.
Kiss!
That was
How about
embarrassing.
kiss? Kiss the runway.
Right, gentlemen, the next leg is to COCO Point, Charlie Oscar. It's not far, it's only just over 20 nautical miles. The heading is 19 degrees, recommended altitude is 1,500, and we're landing runway 31. And it is a dirt strip.
Right.
And it's relatively short, so it's not horrendous, but it's relatively short, it's dirt, so cautious approach. I'm not suggesting we backtrack. This is a very long runway. I think we just take off again, runway 25 from where we are, and let's head out.
Cool.
Well, not butter, but buttery.
I got vessels switched on, but I haven't seen any yet.
We're currently at Tango Alpha, Papa Alpha, VC Bird International.
The Suez or the sewers?
Is there a difference?
Yeah. I like that. Quick.
Airspeed alive, 50 knots, 60 and rotate. Woo! I think I just flew through somebody.
It's in Nepal.
My VR battery's just gone. Damn.
So you're flying in the dark?
That was close.
I'm back on 2D now. Some silly youth left it switched on.
I was actually going to looking forward to flying
Yeah,
VR.
who's that? Dutch Airways. Nice, Buzz. Appreciate that.
Up and away we go. Fantastic. Yeah, they just got to get this multiplayer sorted out, get it really good, you know.
I love this. This multiplayer's great.
James, you get that thing up?
I can imagine a
I
treasure
don't know what
hunt.
was going on with me there. Yeah, I must have-
I think that would work with some planning and treasure hunt. Definitely.
Remember the incompatible liveries problem in multiplayer? Way better.
I'm going to land again. My controls have gone all screwy.
Yeah, mine too. Trying to fix it somehow.
What was the heading, guys? What was the heading?
19 degrees.
Say again?
Just north. North, roughly.
North. Okay.
1919.
I'm leading everybody here. I'm going to slow down. I'm way ahead now. I'm going to slow down. No, I'm not. Sun Oil Keller, you're in front, I think, leading the way.
Okay, I will do.
I'm picking up a few more. DCA 1161.
Present, yeah. I've got one in front of me, Larker 49er.
I've got Neo Smudge just to my left.
Mark, we're not stopping here.
Yes, we are. We're stopping at COCO Point. Landing runway 31.
I'm going to be one of the boys sitting on the back seat of the coach, smoking and drinking lemonade.
Lemonade.
Yeah, share it about.
Well, that's what it was. They told them they were.
Sip of coffee.
Remember, after someone had passed it around about 6 times, there was always crisps in the bottom of it, or biscuits.
Oh,
You used to be drunk
days
it.
these was.
You still had a swig though.
With all you Brits, I'm going to have to call them crisps today.
Yeah, start a trend.
I like it, crisp. I'm half British, you know.
Yeah, chips are chips, yeah. Chips are fries, chips are chips. Crisps are crisps.
Fish and chips? No.
And then there's the aluminum thing, but that could lead to war, couldn't it?
Aluminum? Aluminum?
Aluminium. Brits, we must have an extra syllable.
This sounds like my life every day out in California. All of these petty arguments, and I'm right.
You fight the cause, my friend. Fight the cause.
Every day.
It's the English language, remember?
Geo Zapfish.
It's this whole British English that they call it out here that drives me crazy. It's not British English. It's
Just kill that line. Geo Zapfish, you're more than welcome to join us once you get Microsoft Flight Simulator. We do a fly-in once a month. It'd be great to have you along. Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, did you sort out the spammer, Mark?
I did.
Well done, sir.
But he sorted himself out. I just simply asked him not to spam, and yep, he just said, yeah, okay, no problem, which I really appreciated.
I couldn't imagine Mark doing it any other way.
That told him.
It's a very British way to do it. Please
very
could you,
British.
please could you not invade my country? Oh, okay.
Kill them with kindness.
What shall I say, mother?
What was he spamming?
He wanted to play GTA 6.
That's not even out,
Poor
is
lonely
it?
guy.
Well, he's probably got to
Just
go
a
to bed
lonely
in
guy.
10 minutes.
Nobody to play with.
Did you guys, any of you guys, see the announcement from HTC on their latest Vive headset?
No, not yet. Can you?
The flow.
No?
It's not for Flight Sim.
Oh dear.
Oh.
End of review.
It's not.
End of
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm sorry, is there anything else to do with the headset that Flight Sim?
It's a, to be fair, it's aimed at a different market. It's a set of goggles, not a headset. It's like glasses.
Yeah.
But it's aimed at more sort of helping you relax or having sort of meetings, virtual meetings, that sort of thing. It's not designed for gaming and what have you. Whether or not it's got a long-term market, I'm personally skeptical because it's £499. Had it been sort of £299 perhaps, but I don't know, you know. There's got to be some market out there for it.
I tell you what, Mark, that is the future though. That's the way it's going to go.
In terms of the concept and the design, it's definitely the way it's going to go.
Yeah. We're all back in time, guys, with these massive clunky bricks we're affixing to our faces and laugh.
Exactly.
Are you
Yeah, it's
talking?
kind of,
Are you talking about my original Vive headset?
Mark, are you still on the G1?
I am, yes.
Ready Player One, I think, with the Vive 5.
I would have gone to the G2, but I tried the G2. There's so little difference; it just wasn't worth another £600.
Wow. I noticed you jumped to the 3090 pretty quick.
Yeah, I just getting. I went to the 3091 for smooth VR because I do a lot of flying in VR, but also because I'm a content creator for video editing and what have you. It just speeds everything up.
Right.
So particularly the rendering, that sort of thing.
Yeah, good point. Yep. I do video editing myself. I would probably do some of these myself, but I'm like, I gotta get good at this before I think about hosting YouTube videos and editing them.
But you know, it could be content.
Oh, right now I just want to have fun doing it.
I've just had a go and it's bloody difficult. So hats off to you, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very professional, Mark. Your presentations are very professional, and the fact that we can actually see you and your face while you're talking is an added bonus.
Yeah,
Well, I'm quite relieved because that's not what I thought you were going to say. The fact that we can see your face, we still watch it anyway.
No, there's too many faceless reviews and people that just show their hands. We need to see it. It's good.
Nobody cares about that, Mark. Yeah, you're a professional all the way, and that's why your group flights are so crowded. Because you give a lot of information, you put a lot of time and expertise into this, so people trust you.
Absolutely. And also, let's not forget Hudson as well, who does a great job as well.
I don't know him, so I'm not going to go.
Well, you do now, he's on our flight.
I'm just kidding. I don't know him. Is he a YouTuber?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but I'm a faceless one. That's just my choice. I mean, it's just my choice. I just don't want to show my face. Nothing wrong with it.
What is your
I just
accent, Hudson? What is your accent?
I'm
I love it.
from Lancashire originally. I lived in Ireland, and now I live in South England. So
It's a great mix.
Very mixed up.
There's so many great accents in the UK. I just love them all.
Guys, coming into COCO Point, if I can interrupt it, a left-hand traffic.
It's a left-hand turn, basically, isn't it?
I don't even see the runway. I don't even
I could see
know where it
everybody's getting into the glide path to the right here.
Mark, I had a crash to desktop, so I'm rejoining you. I'm just behind you all. What's the heading of the runway, please?
3-1.
3-1.
3-1. Oh, so we're pretty much lined up on it, aren't we?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's at 90 degrees.
Yeah, 90 degrees. Yeah.
Coming from the east, I think.
Looks like it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
And this is a full stop landing, yeah.
Wow, we all got to fit on there.
Yeah, going to be a bit crowded, but if you think that's crowded, wait till we get to SABA. The landing after this one, I think, is SABA. Yeah. And, well, it's 400 meters long. It's the shortest commercial runway in the world.
Wow.
No, it's just a quick reference to the sim quickly. If we look down below you at the sea there, I think there's still work to be done on the sim. Clearly that's satellite imagery for the sea there. It looks a bit tacky, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mine's looking okay. I noticed when I rebooted, I had this, all of my VR settings for the sim were defaulted.
What do you mean, your graphic settings?
Yeah.
I've had that from time to time, and it's only since Sim Update 5.
500.
I don't know why. It sets everything up. Sometimes it sets all my settings to ultra.
I get that when I do an NVIDIA driver update, it tends to just reset everything.
Yeah, I get that too. I get that too, yeah.
I think it's interesting that the water effects on the sim, sometimes when you see them go uphill, it's a bit disconcerting.
Yeah, that's the London suffers a few areas of that.
Yeah, it does. I've seen that.
Right, here we go again with the butter. Here we go.
Nail it, Mark, nail it.
Damn it, another fail.
I wish I had butter. Mine's usually bacon grease.
Well, I asked you to record me, but that'll jinx it, so I'm not.
Don't hit the trees, Mark.
Close. That was
I
close.
like this 208. It's only the second time I've flown it. It's very easy to fly.
You can fight like a bear or you can be a worm. The thing is, no one's ever heard of a worm skid rug.
That's a good one. I like that. Never heard that one.
Was that Chewbacca?
Yeah, it sounded like an X-wing.
Like a Wookiee.
That looks like a nice beach to our left. All right.
Mark, do you think with the technology around VR and headsets, do you think we'll ever get to the stage where it's simply a little pair of glasses that we wear?
I do, but I think it's a little way away.
Yeah, I'd give that about another 10... no, not 10 years. I'd probably give that about another 6-7 years, I reckon.
I would go with that. Five years or so before... I think we might see the first iterations in about 3 years or so, but it'll take a number of years to settle down and get it right.
Yeah, I think so too. It'd be great to see that.
They're certainly not any smaller. I remember having a Sennheiser similar set in 1995, 96, and it was just as large as they are now.
Have I got time for a quick toilet break?
Another one?
Plenty of trees.
Is everybody down?
Yep.
I'm still in the air.
I'm trying to get
down now.
That's all right. We can wait for you.
6 miles out.
Huge, you missed the water.
Time to fire up the controller.
Guys, just for info, this is COCO Point. It's on the island of Barbuda, if that's pronounced correctly. Tiny little island, as you can tell, not very large at all.
Tipped bird?
1,600 residents. That's the total population. And in 2017, it got absolutely decimated by Hurricane Irma. and I've still got a 787 following me.
At least he made it down.
Was that you, Crummy Bread?
Yeah, not one of my better ones.
No, it wasn't. I'll go with that. The only good thing is I got that on camera.
Oh, great.
Best VR headset to
throttle
use
cut
with
in and out.
Microsoft Flight Simulator right now is the HP Reverb
Mark, are we on a
G2.
heading of 282 from here?
Our heading from here is what is it? What is it? Our heading is 317. Am I right? Let me just check my notes. 282. You're right, it's 282. It's a distance of 70 nautical miles. This is our longest leg, but this was the easy part of the flight. We're going to fly over FD Roosevelt Airport on the island of St. Eustatus, Eustatus, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, which is owned by the Netherlands. And as you fly over it, if you look to the left, you'll see a dormant volcano. Not sure what its name is. And then we will turn and we'll head towards SABA, Tango November Charlie Sierra. SABA is it's quite a famous airport. Most of you will be familiar with it. Rated as one of the 10 most difficult landings. It's 400 meters long. It is left-hand traffic, but it's not hard to work it out because it sits right on the side of a mountain. It's really short and there's a vertical drop off both sides. So if you think you're not going to make it, go for a go around. I hope I'm there early so I can film some of this. I've been looking forward to it.
Okay.
Last time I landed there, I can tell you I did it really badly.
Vulcano name is Squill, I think.
I've been to SABA. First try wasn't pretty, I've got to admit. It's quite something. St Barts they've done a wonderful job on the scenery.
I'm just looking at the stream here, guys, and they tell us that the correct pronunciation is SABA. The island we're going to, or the airport, is SABA.
Ah,
I wouldn't want to mispronounce it when I'm going to crash on it. But
it's a large island, 13 square kilometers in total, and 1,900 inhabitants. Okay, it's quite a long leg, so I think if we just taxi to the end and take off from the opposite end, and
you lead the
head
way,
out,
Mark.
I shall lead the way.
What's the airport designation for this one?
I'm rolling, guys.
Okay, rolling as well. Here we go.
Rotate.
Oh, the caravan turns on the ground like a caravan.
Yeah.
Crap. Yeah. It's like an Arctic.
Wonderful beast.
No, if you have the mod, it turns very nicely. What is that big thing underneath the caravan, guys? I've always wondered. Is it like a storage? Luggage.
Cargo pod?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's additional luggage or storage.
I always look at it. I always wonder if it's a water float or something.
Luggage.
In a couple of years' time, it's probably the battery.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've done some work at Gatwick on the Neos with EasyJet and that battery experimentation.
Oh, who's ended up in the water?
That's me.
You. Is that you, Hugh?
No, it is not.
Doing the best snorkeling down there.
To recover from a crash, I'm sure you know this, hit Y to hit slew mode, hit F4 a couple of times to raise yourself up into the air to the altitude you want, and then hit Y again, and you're back up and flying.
Sorry, Hugh, I just had to say that.
Of course, you're forgiven, you're forgiven. I would have just bounced off to the water anyway.
In the aviation world, guys, do you know the difference between an optimist and a pessimist?
Nope.
The optimist is the guy who created the airplane, and the pessimist is the guy who created the seatbelts.
I like that. I like that. That's good. Very good.
Addison, are you with us?
I am, Mark. Sorry, yeah, I was a bit distracted by something. Yeah, I'm still here. Yes.
Jolly good.
I'm flying manual because I'm crashed the desktop, so I'm just following a few of you chaps.
Where are you now?
Behind, well, within the group, really.
Okay, great.
Somewhere, about mid-group.
I just crawled out of the water and I'm just shaking it off right now and getting back on the runway.
Well, you may have the cleanest aeroplane in the group.
I should have flown the Husky.
Bit slow for this one. Fog of War, what's that P-38 like?
It's actually quite a fun bird. She has an amazing climb rate, and in her...
Is that the one that's showing up as a 777 to everybody else, or
yeah.
Yeah, copy that.
I thought it was brave. It's not, it's just clever.
I'll tell you what, guys, flying over all this water, one thing that SABA have absolutely nailed is that the air current ripples that you get on the still water. It looks, I've seen that so many times looking out of an aeroplane window, you know, they've got that perfectly done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally agree.
Yep. Yeah, that kind of like...
I'll go with that.
Yeah, external aircraft shot looking straight down, and the sun glinting off. It does look amazing.
Yeah, it's just those ripples, the water, the air passing over the sea. Amazing. It's really good.
Yeah, it's subtle,
Boston
but it's very
Health.
effective.
We'll be flying over Tango November Charlie Echo, but our next landing is Tango November Charlie Sierra or SABA.
I think I can see that island in the distance, Mark, with the volcano.
Yeah, and I'm told by Bakerfly, and I think Hudson, you also posted it, the name of the volcano is Quill.
It wasn't me, it was somebody after my comments. Let me just see. That was Fog of War who... No, it wasn't. It was Bakerfly. How did that?
Okay, I'm doing 170. Let's slow down.
What's everybody's heading right now?
275.
282.
280.
Yeah, 275.
So is the detour off the flight plan?
282 is the flight plan.
Oh, I need some sunshades. Oof.
Mark, are you using your the Spitfire joystick setup a lot?
No, I'm using it a fair amount. That's the Authenticate.
Authenticate, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using that mainly for the warbirds and anything really that flies with a stick, I use it. But for something like the Caravan, I'm using my honeycomb, yoke, and Bravo throttle quadrant.
Oh, of course. No, I didn't mean now. That would be most odd, wouldn't it?
So are they still working on the Mosquito Authenticate?
They are, yes. It's a brand new development, but they're working on it, and they've got it coming soon, they say. That's going to be awesome.
I'm waiting for the DC-3.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Fokker 77.
Do you mind if I ask you chaps a question, just for a future video I've got in mind? What's your favourite aircraft ever in any flight simulator?
T1 Hawk. I don't even own it yet.
An Avia Tornado.
Tornado?
Got so many hours in that.
Well, being a member of DC-3 Airways, it's obviously a DC-3.
Me Tomcat.
Beechcraft Baron for me.
I'm going back a bit, but to my, I think it's FSX days. Does anybody remember the PMDG JS41?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had that in the 777. Yeah.
That was just the Jetstream 41 was just incredible.
I'd have to say the Piper Arrow.
DC-3.
Piper Warrior.
Currently my favorite is the Mooney.
Anything I can get up and get back down in.
There you go.
I just like all propeller, all prop-driven aircraft, really, to the jets.
Aidan, you can find us on the North Europe server.
Wonderful. Yeah, absolutely.
And I would recommend you spawn at Tango November Charlie
Okay,
Echo.
thank you, chaps. I'm just doing a bit of research and things.
And as we fly
I won't
over,
tell you mine because that would be
take off and
spoiling
join us.
part of the video. But it's actually not in Flight Simulator, so where you are.
War Thunder?
Closed. A bit more high fidelity, to give you a clue.
I'll tell you what, guys. Flight sim aside, War Thunder for a bit of VR is a bit of fun, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But it doesn't go much further than that, to be honest. Let's face it.
IL Stormovic would be my guess.
Yeah, that's a bit more professional, though, Mark, isn't it?
I was going to ask, has anybody got that on a sort of semi-leisurely basis?
Yeah, I actually don't own that.
I've got it, but I have to be honest, I haven't used it for a long, long time.
What was the aircraft with the twin tails on it, with the forward-facing engine and the rear-facing engine on it?
Oh. Whoa.
It's a little light aircraft.
Push me, pull me.
Cessna.
Cessna.
Got an engine on the front and the back.
Majestic Dash 8, that's a great shout. It's one of my favorites in prepared. Twin Otter, Aerosoft Twin Otter, absolutely. And I'm looking forward to the Microsoft Flight Simulator version coming out. Hey Steve, how you doing? The Real Air Duke Turbo 2, I'm guessing. That was a great aircraft.
Mark Steve just checked into your live stream for a short.
Yeah, I know. I've just been chatting to him.
Okay.
I've got a copy of the Microsoft Flight Simulator Pilot's Manual here in my hand for Windows 95. It says as real as it gets.
Is it on parchment?
Oh, yeah, almost.
Hashtag Lego graphics.
Well, I think that's probably high res compared to what this was.
Yeah, but at the time we were equally stunned, weren't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very true.
I remember going into my local computer store, which is known in the UK as Curry's, and they had a setup there with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2 or 3, I can't remember what it was. And I was just absolutely in awe playing it, you know. I think I was flying over Chicago or something, you know, with these linear block graphics, and it was like, wow, Dad, look at this, you know. And it was like, he was more interested in the radios, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
Never looked back since, never looked back.
As Gobsmacked is playing Elite on the BBC Micro in 1985.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that on YouTube, yeah.
Put some hours into that at school. It's
Yeah.
the only way you could keep me at school.
I think I remember playing that on an old Dell or Gateway unit with one of the old style joysticks. That was a pain.
Oh, Sinclair Spectrum I played it on with just keys.
Commodore 64.
There you go.
I was the proud owner of Amiga 500.
I had the ZX81 flight sim where you couldn't even look out the window.
I played some version of Microsoft Simulator in the late 80s, 87, I think. I don't know which version it was, but it was on, I had a 20 megabyte hard drive, and I thought that was a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. Winchester. Well, you
Yeah,
must have
it
been
was-
at university.
It was all these, just, okay, that trapezoidal thing, that's the Sears Tower in Chicago, and the green is the land and the blue is the sky, and the motor sounds are basically tick, 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 tick.
And that's the business model for Bing Maps.
I was going to say,
Who is that?
If you had engine sounds, you must have had the Pro version.
I don't know what version it was, but I remember doing a instrument. What's it called? IFR. I remember
US
doing that
ILS.
ILS from New York to Boston. It was supposed to be in the fog. I just wanted to see if I could do that. And the whole screen is gray the whole time, and all I'm doing is watching dials. Yeah, it took me, an hour or whatever, and then I finally came out of the fog to see a couple of trapezoids or whatever, and crashed on landing. So
You had a P Super, as it's known.
well, this got me back into flight simming, this VR thing. So
yeah,
I'm very pleased with it.
Come a long way.
Den var not the bay on den hush.
I gotta say, guys, my first actual, surprisingly, I don't know if you'd be surprised to hear this, but my first experience for VR flight simming was actually when I purchased Ace Combat 7 on the PlayStation 4. I'd got the VR headset for it.
Oh, it was a good experience, but not so much a flight sim, was it?
No, it's very arcadey, and
Yeah.
but like going through those clouds for the first time, those volumetric clouds, it was like, wow, this is really good. And then obviously this came along, that was it. There was no going back.
It was a shame, because if they opened that up, that would have been fantastic for the PlayStation, but they never did.
Yeah, it was just 3 levels as well, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Real shame.
That little air.
Boston Elf. No, we are gonna overfly FD Roosevelt, Tango November Charlie Echo, and then land at SABA, Tango November Charlie Sierra.
Who said they owned an Amiga?
Aerobus? Something like that? Aerobus?
Who said they owned an Amiga?
Me.
Me?
Yeah.
Did you play Interceptor on that by chance?
Yes! Oh my god, I was all over that, yeah. San
brilliant.
Francisco, I did
Yeah.
everything. That game was awesome. That was
It
a
really
real...
was, yeah.
Who made it? It was...
Electronic Arts.
Electronic
yeah.
Arts, that's right, yeah.
That was groundbreaking at the time. There was nothing like it, nothing to touch it at the time.
I remember I was able to... I think I was able to hack the game or go into some of the files and change some of the sound samples in the game, I think.
So you had quacks instead of booms, did you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was. Oh, I used to play that for hours. That I remember pressing the space bar to launch and the outside views were. It was really smooth in some parts. I remember it being quite smooth, quite a smooth simulator. I mean, looking back, it's probably horrendous now, but I mean, yeah, I love that game. Absolutely loved it. Loved it to bits.
Yeah, that's responsible for things like DCS. Well, I think some people who worked on that maybe had some input in modern simulators. That's as far as my knowledge goes. But yeah, it really encouraged people to get on their ball, really, on their game with them.
That was a game changer, definitely.
It really was, yeah.
I'm so glad you played that.
Yeah, all over it. Like you, all over it. That was one of my favourites. One of my favourites.
I wish people would call this a sim though, rather than a game.
Well, that's how you know the serious people from the true hobbyists.
Yeah.
The serious people are
I'm just
broke
going to
buying
slow down a
extra
little bit. I'm
equipment for
getting
it.
too far ahead of everybody
Cost-
here.
Yeah, I'm not quite that serious yet. I don't know. My wife thinks I'm serious since I spent over $4,000 building my system, and I told her that she was getting me the G2 for Christmas last year, and she did.
Wow. What did you give her for her Christmas then?
I wish my wife was like that.
Oh, whatever's on her Amazon wish list. I usually spend more on her birthday last week.
Yeah. Like a set of rudder pedals or something.
That's on this year's coming list.
How you doing, Smurf? We're talking on Discord. It's on the SimHanger Discord. Invites in the notes below. And we join voice on Discord, a separate application, so we can talk whilst doing multiplayer in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Okay for now.
So you're both on the Xbox then, I assume?
I'm not. No.
Oh, right.
PC.
Oh, okay.
I built a $3,500 PC and I didn't have a graphics card because I didn't know the shortage was there yet. So I had all these components and no graphics card, but I got one on a Best Buy drop. It was a Radeon 6800, no XT, and it was really glitchy and lots of crashes to desktop, and I was very down and couldn't enjoy any of this stuff because my flights couldn't last longer than 10 minutes, 20 minutes maybe, and then it would crash. And Sim Update 5 finally fixed a lot of that, I think because of the Xbox using the Radeon drivers and GPUs. So, but around that time I also landed the Newegg Shuffle, and I got a 3080 Ti out of that.
Okay.
So
I've managed to back myself a 3080, so it's good.
Yeah, I think you need at least a 3080 to, have the best experience in this.
Yeah, I'm on the 3080.
Yeah, I just got a 3080 through one of the pre-builds on Newegg.
There's some good pre-builds. I've just got back into the PC market after probably 12 years out of being on the Mac, and PC Specialist for me from Curry's doing the deals on a 3070 rig for £1,500. Very good.
It's not bad.
No, I bought two. I bought the Wi-Fi as well. Very pleased with it. 3070 solid state and a hard. Everything else, Asus Prime, very good. I'm pleased.
I would have gone for a 4,000.
Don't forget, guys, they're still optimising the sim month by month. It's going to get better and better, you know.
Well, we got Sim Update 6 coming on Tuesday.
Yeah, hopefully that should make it run a bit better, Mark.
Well, I'm going to fasten my seatbelts, but I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad we had this before that, just because it doesn't have to be troubleshooting.
Well, every update they seem to fix something, and it seems to be whack-a-mole and break something else.
Yeah.
Those of you on 3070s, what kind of frame rates do you get?
Oh, I don't really put frame rates. I run everything. I've looked at the optimization videos, and I'm sort of running this on. I'm on a widescreen, so it's 34 by 1440, 34 by something like that. So it's nearly 4K. Most stuff is on high, and a couple of small bits on medium. I'm hitting this. I just generally go on the 60 frame refresh, and I'm hitting it with no lags, or so it's hitting 60 frames nicely on pretty much everything.
Mark, what did you say about frame rates?
If you're on one of the consoles, then you're tied to 30 frames. On PC, you need 30 frames per second for a decent performance, and if you can get more than that, all the better. I'm currently running anywhere between 50 and 60 at the moment, with my settings at a mixture of ultra and high.
Yeah, but you're not playing in VR, Mark, are you?
My VR settings are mainly high and medium, and it's difficult to measure the frame rate in VR. But if you use a traditional measurement, you're looking for something around the 25 to 30 mark to get a smooth, decent performance.
Yeah, whenever you're playing. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, whenever you're playing at the moment, you're playing on the flat. Yeah.
I am, yes.
Yeah, so if you change to VR, basically you can cut that in half, can't you?
You can, for sure. And
yeah,
that's why I don't do it if I'm streaming, for example. It's just it's too difficult to manage and too much stress on the system at the moment.
Yeah.
But mainly because it's so difficult to manage.
Thing is though, Mark, why is it when you what was that sim in VR that runs really smooth called? Aerofly FS?
Aerofly FS2?
Yeah, that's it. That seemed to run really well, but I don't know why.
Well, it's designed for VR, right from the ground up.
So why can't Microsoft do that then?
Because they never designed it for VR from the ground up. It's a bolt-on, if you like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will come in time then.
And also, I think Microsoft's designs for the world satellite imagery is, you know, it's much bigger than the Aerofly, which is a fairly smallish part of the world.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same with X-Plane. It's a limited amount of area you can fly in, but it's more stable because of that.
Just going back to Aerofly, wasn't that for radio control flying?
Yes, yes it was, yeah.
I fly radio control myself. I was doing radio control gliding off of Fairlight Cliffs this morning, and yeah, I remember Aerofly. I thought it was for radio control.
Yeah, it was, that's right, yeah. I had a copy of it myself.
Mark, can I just ask, I'm on an Xbox Series X and I'm running at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
You're saying that the native is 30?
Native frame rate will be 30, yeah.
That's for the Series S, isn't it? I think. Or is it for both of them? I thought the X ran quicker.
The S runs at 30, the X runs at 60, I think.
Yeah.
But if I set 120, I get around about. My Xbox does struggle, but I get around about 98 to 105 frames per second.
Yeah, isn't that to do with what's it called now? It's a special TV format, isn't it? You can run it faster on certain.
Yeah, I'm on an LG. I'm an
Yeah.
LG LED C1, so
Just a
I wonder
reminder.
if it's upscaling imagery.
Yeah, just a reminder to people, we're not landing here at this airport, we're just flying over, guys. Tango November Charlie Echo, we're flying on to SABA. My understanding is that the Series S will run natively at 1080p and upscale to 2K, and will run at a native 30 frames per second. Xbox Series X will run also at 30 frames per second, but at a native 1440p and can upscale to 8K.
right.
I beg your pardon, 4K.
Well,
So but what resolution are you running at?
I run at 60 because I find if I set to 120, it bobs around between 84 and 105, and it just gets a little bit choppy every now and then.
But what resolution are you flying at? Are you running at 1080p or 1440?
I've got it set to 4K.
Oh
Ultra.
wow! And you're getting 60 frames.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, without any chop or anything. I'm on one of the LG OLED C1 new TVs.
That's great. Well, maybe the native isn't 30. You know, I stand to be corrected.
That's some good optimization. Really good.
You guys landed there?
Nope, this is a flyover, this one.
Yeah, I see a few guys landed on the ground. Unless that's somebody else.
Rebellious bastards.
Some of us need a lot of practice.
Wow, I've seen my first ship.
Put them on KP duty.
I'm deliberately trying to race ahead. I want to get down SABA first, one, so you can't see me crash, and and secondly, so I can film some of you crashing.
Oh. Is that the island we can see in the distance, Mark? The volcano island?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
Nice one, Palmer Hyde.
Did a group flight yesterday morning with a bunch of guys, mostly from France, Germany, a few UK, flying from Marseille up to Mount Blanc in the Swiss Alps, or French Alps, maybe. And
LSYT,
anyway,
yes,
so
we
we're
are on the Europe
buzzing
North
around
Zone.
Mount Blanc, and I think the leader purposely tried to land on the very peak, and
Mr. Martini,
couldn't quite
thanks for
stop
joining
it,
us.
and
Great to
slid
see
over
you
the
again.
side. And I was just circling, watching. He was flying a Junkers, but it looked to me like a 320. And so it was hilarious just watching this 320 tumble down the snowy side of Mount Blanc. And he was just saying, "Oh, please stop, please stop." Is that the kind of footage you're looking for, Mark?
Absolutely.
All right.
What's
Who's going to
on
volunteer
the
to
top of that hill?
barrel in, just dive right into the runway for Mark?
Someone's got to come in inverted.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Mark, is this the really tricky, very short runway on this one?
This genuinely is a tough landing, guys, so I won't lie. The trick is to stop in time, because there's nowhere to go if you don't. So, and the best way to come in, guys, is we're landing runway 12. So we're landing the other side, so fly past the airport, give yourself a bit of room, turn base, turning left on base, and then turn left again on final, and do a slowish approach.
Repeat that again, please, Mark.
Seriously?
Is there?
Yeah, seriously, yeah. I didn't catch your story, I was distracted.
Oh, sorry, I thought... okay, so heading towards SABA, what you want to do is just stay to the right of SABA. Don't fly directly to the airport. And basically, you're going to fly straight past the airport on a downwind leg, because you're landing runway 12, which is the far side. then a left turn onto base, and then a left turn onto final. And the runway itself is pointed slightly in towards the mountain just to make it more difficult. So you've really got to hug the mountain side as you come in.
So come in from the west, looks like.
It's more like a driveway than a runway.
Do we end up in the water if we don't make it?
You do.
Well,
Oh, goody. Get my camera out.
Well, you can always find me, Alan.
Gotta have a little fun.
Should have taken a plane with floaters then.
Looks quite
Anybody else?
menacing, doesn't it, as we approach this island?
It does, indeed.
Maybe we'll find Kong.
I think the trick, guys, is on this one, give yourself plenty of time. If you're too fast or too high, go around, because you just won't make it.
How about a week or so? Is that okay?
I'm not sure my stream can last that long.
Buy a new drive for storage of streaming.
So are we coming in on runway 12, did you say?
Correct, 1-2. So I'm flying parallel to the runway. The runway's on my left, and I'm flying past the runway. I'm going to fly more or less to the edge of the island, turn towards base, and then turn in towards the runway.
10-4.
We're coming in from the east? Coming in from the east then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
We have the elevation for the airport.
I don't know, to be honest.
125 feet.
Aren't you on the ground filming us?
Not yet.
It's going to be a long way to fall.
Slew on in there. Pony Dark Zero.
And Mark, you're obviously down to your flaps position speed now, aren't you? I assume.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very tiny runway.
Oh, guys, just a quick FYI for you. I have officially found the worst graphics in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. If you visit Ascension Island, which is obviously deep in the Atlantic Ocean, is it? Or
Yeah, halfway between.
it's the absolute worst graphics for obviously the big maps clearly hasn't covered anything on it, and it's worth a visit. That's what I can say.
Don't have to worry about.
Just so you can see what the worst graphics look like in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Mark, you could even do a video on that for a few views, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Just note, SABA Island, this is one of Microsoft's handcrafted airports.
Right, okay.
It's certainly running smooth because there's absolutely nothing anywhere around it. It's running beautifully.
Yeah, really good.
The trick here, guys, is come in slow, come in low.
Okay.
Close 500 already.
Just touch the water there.
What's the airport code?
That might be just a little too low.
Little too low.
500.
Yeah, that's called surfing in.
Say again.
TNCS.
Thank you.
Come on, where are you?
Whoa! Whoa!
Ah, I missed that.
Oh.
Half flaps are full. The 208.
I'm having to go. I'm having to go around again.
Yeah, you all forgot to put your brick on the string out the back, that's why.
Right behind you, Mark.
What's the approach, guys?
Well, the heading, you mean?
No, for runway approach.
12, 1, 2, 1,
Well,
2.
left traffic.
Oh, okay, I'm approaching it the right direction.
I'm approaching it at 75. I should have no problem here. 75 knots.
Got that too. Get down a bit.
Oh, I am approaching from the wrong way. Oh, no mind.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be the last hop for me, guys, so it's been great tonight. I've got to get dinner on, unfortunately.
500.
Oh, somebody crashed right on the cliff. Oh, right in front of me.
Ooh, nasty airport.
Oh.
Oh, flying.
Ah, look at you all down there. Look at you all.
Stop.
Fantastic. Really good to see.
I had to cheat that one.
Oh, don't stall.
Right, here we go.
Saved it.
I gotta get this filmed.
Up.
Oh,
Come and find me, Alan. Was that you, Hugh?
I'm in the drink. Are you right around, buddy? I'll probably be there with I'm up there, on the cliff, waiting for you.
Not low enough.
Here we go.
Really got
Finals.
a touchdown right at the edge of the runway there.
I've already got the handbrake on.
Slow down.
I'll arrest a wire.
No. Come and join me, guys.
Funny.
this is
Funny.
funny.
You guys go over the edge.
Stop,
It was
stop,
really
stop,
slow.
stop,
Don't worry, guys, there's a wire fence on the end.
Okay, what was the restart?
That's it, guys. I'm off the edge. It's I have crash protection on, so I'm out.
See you later.
Ah, really good. Okay,
later.
fantastic. Having a safe flight, everyone. Mark, when's the next event?
Next event is going to be mid-November, about 14th of November, guys. Check
Okay.
the Discord for details.
Will do. Have fun. Take care, everyone.
See ya.
What was the restart key again, sorry?
Is everybody down or not yet?
Not yet.
Just arriving.
Was this the last destination?
YF4.
I've got about
Okay,
6
guys.
books there.
So the next destination is St Barts, also a tricky landing.
Can I get a pushback?
Heading is 69.
Captain Longshot, what are you doing?
The heading is 69. It's about 27 nautical miles, so it's not very far, about 10 minutes. And we're landing runway 10. For those of you that are not familiar with St Barts, you come over a hill and I've got to follow the contour of the hill down onto the runway. And there is sea at the other end of the runway.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, it's really lovely.
That sounds really enjoyable, that one.
Yeah, I can't get this restarted on this one. I'm going to go back to rejoin.
Okay, Paul.
Okay, guys, let's backtrack in this occasion back to runway 12 and then take off.
Just dry myself off here.
I brought a towel for you.
There's one more coming in. Doberman's coming in.
No. I'm past.
Oh, you've overshot. Okay.
I
I went around. I'm trying again.
I had about 6 feet to spare.
Somebody just dropped off the end of the cliff.
Oh.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that.
So this will be a touch and go, but I'm right on top of an airliner.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Oh, downwind takeoffs.
Well, you thought that was hard.
Mark, what's our next heading, please, when we take off?
Our next heading is 69.
69, thank you. Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
69.
Hey, I'm right side up. I'll take that as a win.
Nice one, Piper.
Mine flanks
You're all sitting here at the end of the runway blocking my
Flaps
vision.
one.
That's not my fault.
Full throttle. Come on, baby. Get going. 40 knots.
There we
50.
go.
This is going to be right to the end and rotate.
Get it.
Over and over.
Flaps up immediately. Keep that airspeed up. Trimming for no. Whoa. A little
Is
bit of
this one the
turbulence.
ultimate test, Mark?
Right, back again, just taking off.
That's a real tough landing, that one. And I must say, I was so anxious to film it, I ended up using slew myself just to get down fast enough. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the playback for that one.
We do like a challenge, that's for sure.
Again, recommended altitude for this short leg, about 1500, guys.
I was braking before he.
Oh, who's
touched down on
that?
one.
Wild Titans? Wild Titans, you stopped just in time. Nice job. Too high. Astigmatism.
That was something.
Yeah.
I'm too stressed now.
I'll try this again some other time.
Yeah, it's got to be one to go back
Good
and
challenge.
have a go.
Good challenge, though.
Third time unlucky.
I told you it gets harder as we go on, guys.
Bring it on, I say.
Yep. Me too.
Mark, I've got to say, I've done a couple of flights with the Microsoft team now. This is only my second one with you, and the effort you put in is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll second that. I really enjoy these meets.
Yeah, great community up and coming here.
Just shame he tries to kill us, though.
You love it, really.
I do.
I'm virtually dead.
Well, a way to go, though.
Well, you'll know when the next one comes and it's a flight through the Arc de Triomphe. If there's ever a title that says thread the needle, then just go on holiday that week.
Is it VR Flight Sim guy? Who's the British guy that's very excited all the time? What's his?
Steve. Yeah,
Steve.
VR Flight Sim guy, yeah.
I saw a video where he threw underneath the Eiffel Tower.
He would be one to try it.
Christopher.
What runway are we landing on, Mark?
We're landing on the famous runway 1010.
We're going to attempt to run on 10.
It's a ski ramp.
Oh, ski ramp.
You all dried off there, buddy?
Yes, thank you.
He's also sobered up as well, actually, Alan.
Simon,
oh Lord.
hope you get
He'll
an
never
Xbox
make it.
soon. You'll be more than welcome to join us, my friend.
I've tried this a few times. I didn't make it.
I know the process for ice on the wings is the one for seaweed on the wings.
Flaps up would help.
Yes, and check your gear as well.
Mine's been up the whole time.
Oh, if I'm scared, I'm doing something right then, right?
Hi guys, this is SimHanger, Mark's other half. He's just had to pop out for a little bit, and I've been put in control of the plane, but I'm not allowed to touch anything.
You'll be a lot
Welcome,
better than he is.
SimHanger.
You all calm down. You all calm down now. It's only a girl. It's only a girl.
Go on, give it a try.
Just revealed that Mark's not a lonely old bachelor.
Yeah, we got a real party.
Yeah.
Now, where's that autopilot button that I'm not allowed to touch?
Just press all the shiny ones.
An REV on it.
I've also been told something that I say to him I'm not allowed to say to you guys, so I'm going to say it anyway because he's told me not to, and it's Roger Wilco.
Roger Wilco.
Roger Wilco.
Is he flying
now?
too?
Can you explain to me why that would annoy him so much?
It's probably because it's kind of campy.
Oh, it shows his age.
Or shows
His
mine.
video shows his age. Maybe that's why I'm not making video. I'm probably older than Mark.
I enjoy listening to you guys, though. I sit and watch the videos and the streams as it's going out, and it's lovely chatting to you, actually, for a change.
Thank you.
Well, it's nice to have a young lady to chat to, too.
Yeah, there aren't enough
Oh, I really
ladies
like
on these
you.
flights.
There's a lot of old women in this sub.
Someone.
There will be,
Be very
once
careful
they do the
what
first
you say.
landing, they will be.
Are you going to have a go at landing it, Susie?
No, I don't think so. I'm very much a flight sim widow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, it's very brave of you for stepping in anyway.
Yeah.
I'll be on your flight any day.
My
Thank you
wife
very
was
much.
waiting for them to make it so she can just like put on an Oculus 2 and sit in the co-pilot seat and watch the view go by.
You know, I'd be so tempted to start playing with buttons. I'm just one of those people that likes pushing stuff.
He knows how to get out of it. Just go into a high climb or a dive and crash into something.
Just don't
You can get
press
out of that.
escape. Don't press escape.
Hey, I've been watching some of his landings. I don't think he needs any help from me.
Yeah, just don't press escape right. As long as you stay in the sim. It takes too long to get back in.
There's a white key with the slew button. That'll be the one on Mark's keyboard that's completely worn out.
I've got to go now. He's back and he wants his headset back.
No, we want you to stay. We don't want him back.
Great chatting with you.
Don't go.
Thank your position as leader has been usurped.
Okay, back to the filthy language, guys.
Whatever she said, it ain't true.
Okay, you can let your stomachs out now.
That's not what we
Gosh,
had.
you said you were the best husband there ever was.
Like I
Sounded
said,
like a lovely
whatever
lady,
she said,
Mark.
it ain't true.
Roger Wilco on that. Your voice cracked, Mark.
Man, I was in such a hurry to get back, I tell you.
Be a Roger Wilco then.
Yeah, Roger Wilco.
Oh, did she?
Roger Wilco, everybody.
Oh, I told her not to say that.
That's why she said it. If you hadn't told her that, she wouldn't have said it.
Yeah, Roger.
Mark, she was stabbing buttons like she was playing Street Fighter on the console.
I kept telling her to dive, push the stick forward.
We said press escape for autopilot.
Did you say go down the right side of the island, Mark?
No, it's straight in. Runway 10.
Too many nameplates in front.
You don't want us to see what we're getting into then.
Runway is
Yeah, you may need
east
to.
and west.
If you're not sure where it is, then you're probably better doing overfly and loop round. That's probably what I'm going to do.
It's coming in out of the west. There's one angle.
Yeah. Marina on your right and a little island in front.
St Barts. Is this the one that has that where the jets land with all the people stand right under?
No.
No.
That's St Martin.
St Martin.
This is the
this
one.
One of the American Virgin Islands?
Don't blame it on us.
No, this is French.
If anybody's actually near or on the runway, can have a look around for a skip. Then I could just sort of dive straight into it and just save all the agony. Just vertically come straight down and just save all the hope and anticipation.
Okay, I'm going in first, so nobody can watch me.
Nice cruiser in the harbour.
To pick up the bodies.
Ship sighting. I saw like a submerged ship 2 islands ago. The one we didn't land at.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, guys, so the approach here is low, slow, and follow the hill down.
Yes. Going along the beach.
Yeah, you want to
from the west.
Stall.
500.
Oh, we landed in the water.
I'm going to need reverse
Okay,
thrusters for
the
this
trees
one.
right in the front.
Yeah, you want to almost dive into the trees.
Yeah, I hit them. Listen, Mark, it's great to join you. I really have to go. I was working just before the stream and I've not got what I need to get done in real life.
That's right. I'm right behind you, Mark. Oh,
No,
let me see.
no
Did
problem
I
at all.
kill? Oh, right.
Thank you very
I'll
much
catch
for
you soon.
joining us. I really appreciate it.
You're most welcome. It's great to be a part of it. I'll see you soon, chaps. Okay.
See
Bye.
ya.
Take care.
Bye.
Good work,
See you,
Hudson.
James.
Hey, I'm down.
Yes.
Fantastic. Had to
One
use a
of
bit
us.
of reverse thrust there.
And me too.
This is one of the landing challenges, isn't it? For
Can't believe I made it.
Reverse thrust in 208.
Yeah, it is one of the landing challenges.
Doesn't mean I know how to use it.
I was doing 60 knots over the ridge.
Ooh, ooh,
Who's that?
ooh, wow!
I can feel I can hear the words "I'm going around" coming off.
This is.
Got so many flashing lights, I can't work out which one's the runway.
I like whoever's just gone over the fence. That was a beaut.
This is just classic. Oh dear, sorry about that,
In the
guys.
trees here.
Oh, I think I can see it.
Oh, very good, Mesmerizer.
Mesmerizer, beautiful landing.
Nah. Not go around. Darn it.
Almost run out of runway.
St. Justin,
Oh,
lovely,
easier. Oh,
lovely, lovely.
cruise ship.
Whoa, whoa!
Oh, oh, oh! oh! Upside down?
You land on the cruise ship, it's bigger.
I've cleared the trees for you. You should have a clear entrance now.
Is that a runway made of rubber?
Going around.
Like Princess Cruises.
Going around.
Well, there's a
I have
777.
pontoons.
I'm down, I'm down.
If I had pontoons, I'd land on that pool in the cruise ship.
Guys, when you land, if I can ask you, don't log off and stay on Discord. There are a number of giveaways.
Hey!
Yeah.
Alan and Alf said they don't want one.
Is it beer coasters?
This is outstanding scenery.
G Chuff, nice one. Beautiful.
Mark, I'm going to be late getting in. I'm having a lot of engine trouble.
Oh, this isn't going to work.
No problem.
Coming around. Alright.
Ready show, you're welcome to pop in, but this is our final stop for this fly-in, my friend. Thanks, Mr. Martini.
Mosquito, aren't there?
Somebody stalling?
Yeah,
sure.
It's a pretty little airport.
Where did my Discord go?
Let my passengers off right here.
Yeah, could have had some.
Just shutting
practice
down
runs
my
at this one.
engines. There we go.
Right.
Guess there's two little lines.
Lining up.
You do the giveaways and I'll be coming in.
I'm on my way in.
Be handy if it's a subscription to Boomer.
All I can see is just loads and loads of name tags. It's got to be the runway.
Yeah, just head in the middle of that lot.
Oh, I should have been over a bit. Yeah, okay, let's just kiss the top of these trees on the way in.
This plane turns as badly in the sky as what it does on the ground.
How many still to come in?
Oh, yeah. That's a nice bouncer.
I don't see anybody up there.
No, not me.
I'm just
Pops, are
fixing
you
my
in?
spots.
Oh no, it's down on its nose.
I'll be spawning in there. I couldn't make it, but I'm going to show up.
Cheating.
There is an aircraft upside down.
That was mine. Yeah. I wasn't going to go round again.
It's parked anyway, so.
It's on the ground. It's made it. We've arrived.
Okay, guys. I've got a giveaway. In fact, I've got 3. What some of you may or may not know, I just celebrated my 25,000 subscriber.
Wow.
Which is fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. I'd like to just share that with you. And so I've got 3 £25 gift vouchers to give away. They're Just Flight. And if you win, if you'd be good enough just to send me a personal message on Discord, giving me your name and your email address, because I need it for the Just Flight gift award, and then Just Flight will contact you directly with the voucher code, etc. And the voucher code's valid for about 2 years and doesn't all have to be spent at one time. And with some new aircraft coming out, maybe a good time. So I'm just going to go for the first £25 gift voucher, and the way I do it is anybody who's in the Discord, I do a random number generator and pick that.
Wow, down.
Down like a space opera in that case.
Okay, the first winner, guys, £25 is LW.
Ooh, that's mine.
Hooray!
Well done, Al.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Congratulations. Well done, Al.
Wow, that's amazing.
Spend it wisely.
The second winner is, I'm pleased to say, Colonel Pops.
Yay.
Well done, Pops. Well done.
And the third winner of £25 gift voucher is Max, M-A-C-S.
Oh right, that's me. Woohoo!
Well done, Max. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congrats, guys.
Thanks very much, man.
Okay, guys, so if you would be good enough to send me a personal message on Discord and name and full email address, and I will arrange the gift voucher, which will probably be Tuesday or Wednesday. I'd just like to say thank you to all of you. I never thought when I started I would be doing 25k subs, so it really is something special for me. But what's even more special is you guys joining me on the flights. I really look forward to them. I hope you enjoy them.
I loved it.
There are two options. I haven't quite decided for the November fly-in. It's either going to be a tough one, which is Idaho, and that is going to be stall landing on the bush airstrips.
Greeks.
Or it's going to be flying in Japan.
Japan.
And through all the highlands and mountains of Japan, which is a very interesting one.
Got it in Alaska.
Nice.
What Alaska?
And
no, not Alaska.
Hang on for it. Alaska is December.
There you go, Hugh.
Bloody hell.
Guys, thank you very much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you again on the next one. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Mark. Much appreciated. Love the flight.
Yeah, very much good job, Mark. Good job, Mark.
Great,
guys.
Really great one.
See you guys.
Yes, I landed perfectly. And as ever, I landed.
Everybody on the stream, thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate it. See you next time. Bye-bye.